I've been riding on a daydream. Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out RV Daydream, and I'm going to finally go over something that I've alluded to in a couple previous videos, and I want to try to squeeze all this in. So let's jump right into it and see if I can talk fast enough to make this video short enough to make it entertaining and you keep on watching it. All right, first of all, I want to make a disclaimer. I'm not going to talk specific numbers. I want to get you kind of close so you can get a good idea of the range of what's going on. And this is the revenue that I generate online. There's two ways that I do it. One is YouTube AdSense, and the other one is Amazon affiliates or Amazon associates. The two are a little bit different, so let's first go into my channels. I want to talk about the YouTube part first. In my case, I have three channels. My very first channel, FoxBoss9, was just a channel that I was posting stuff up, just general stuff, whatever the case may be. And I got a few views, but what I really started getting views on was I was posting videos of mopeds running so I could sell them on a forum that I was part of. And I thought that it'd probably be easier to sell something if somebody could see it starting and running. I had a real crappy camera, but it was enough that they could see it start and run, and I was selling them based on that. At some point, I'd made a video of a moped that I had revved up quite a bit. I had a lot of people commenting and interacting and talking about, you know, the thing's going to blow up, that kind of stuff, just general goofiness. And I got a little letter or something sent to me from YouTube saying, we'd like you to become a partner. Would you like to do that and monetize this video? I said, sure, why not? There was a $100 threshold that you get paid at, and the money kind of climbed up slowly over I don't know how many months. And then first of the year came and it stopped, and I quit getting any kind of revenue at all. And I just ignored it. I thought, no big deal. I'm not posting videos at any great rate, and I didn't expect to get anything out of it anyways. That was just something that they offered. Maybe my video's now boring and it's passé, so they decided not to give me any more money. So I went ahead and did a video on a project that I made, and I had a lot of people, it's the first one I really talked on, I had a lot of people commenting on it and interacting and giving me positive feedback and saying, I want to do that, and thank you for posting your video. And it really made me open to the whole idea that I was connecting to an audience through YouTube. So at that point, I dove into YouTube's policies a little bit more and into my videos, and I saw that they changed back now at this point, like 6 months prior, the format, and I had to check a box to get monetized on those videos. So I went through and checked all the boxes, and guess what? The money started coming in slowly, and I think within a year I actually made that $100 mark, and I thought, oh my God, this is great. I'm actually getting paid money for this. And I started bragging to everybody, oh, I've got so many videos up and I've actually made $100. That channel was kind of becoming a DIY and how-to channel because I had a lot of people that reacted positively about whenever I was showing a project or how to complete something or fix something or step-by-step, that kind of a thing. But in my viewing of YouTube, I found a video that this guy said you can make money on Amazon Associates. Well, I didn't even know what that was. And here what that is a program that you can sign up with Amazon. You got to put in a bunch of your personal information, and they may sign you up to allow you to put links on pages, web pages, including YouTube in this case. So I didn't want to necessarily just start throwing links in my old channel because I didn't understand really how it worked. So I formed another channel called LiboView. Now that channel's nothing but product review. All I do is I purchase product, I use it. If it's good enough, if I feel as if it's good enough, I'll go ahead and do a review on it, and I'll put a link down below in the description to where if the person that watches the video is inspired to buy based on what I say or what I show them, because some of them I show how to install the parts or whatever that I'm trying to sell or have them directed towards Amazon. And if I put the description down below, if they click that and they go to Amazon and they purchase it, I get some sort of a credit for it that ends up turning into money somehow. I don't even know the actual percentage or how it works 100%. I just know it works. So the first channel, I noticed that if I was doing any kind of a video that I used a product or a tool in the video, just perhaps, not on purpose, I would put a link in my FoxBoss9 channel on the video to say, hey, this tool that I'm using to take the fuel filter off, if you want to buy it, the link's down below and it'll be sent to you. That's how you're going to get it. The video's not made for that product. It just happens to be the product was used during the making of the video. The LiboView channel, that one is being generated. It's just products mainly. What I try to do show on that one is how the product's being used, how I like it, what I think about it, and if you want it, you know, the links below, you can click it and buy it at that point. Then there's the third channel, this channel, RV Daydream. You guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I love the fact that I got 400 people that are just listening to me ramble about stuff. RV Daydream was just purely to document what we're doing to go full time. Now, as far as product and reviews and stuff like that, if it's RV related, I may put that up there. And it might be something that you may or may not be interested in. I don't want to muddy up RV Daydream with a bunch of review of product, especially if it's something that I don't necessarily believe in or anything like that, because all my LiboView products, all of them, every single one of them, I've used it and I think it's okay. I think it's a decent product. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I've purchased over the last couple years that ain't worth a squat, and I'm not going to do a review on it and say click the link and buy it, because you're going to find out the same thing. You're going to find that it's junk and you're going to return it to Amazon, and guess what? I'm going to get that money taken out of my Amazon Associates account. So it doesn't do anybody any good. It wastes time for me to post the video. It wastes time for you to buy the product and sending it back. And it wastes time in the long run for me, because I got to give money back that I might have made based on that product being sent or sold on my link. The RV Daydream one, though, I want to keep that focused on us and as far as our whole process. But there's going to be times, which I have in the past, on product that I've bought or product that I've used, that I'll put links in the video to take you to that. And if you want to ignore those, that's fine. I understand 100%. I don't want to offend anybody, because again, this channel, that's not the main reason for it. I just don't have a place necessarily to put all these things to where it's not separate. For example, now on my Fox Boss 9 channel, I did repair the entire travel trailer roof on that Fox Boss 9 channel. But now I've got people that subscribe to me on that channel based on that, and here I am over at RV Daydream talking about all the RV stuff and the repairs and changes that I make. So you can see where muddying and cross-promoting doesn't necessarily work, because a lot of the people that subscribe to the Fox Boss 9 channel are all about DIY and how-to and projects and mechanical stuff, things like that, or repair on appliances. Last thing I want to do is talk about us going to the state park and camping for the weekend. They don't want to hear that. They will leave. Now, my first channel, the subscriber got up to 1,000, and then after that it jumped considerably. Within the next year it went to 3,500 subscribers. So there's a certain plateau that you get to, and it just kind of multiplies fast, kind of like a 401k. You get to a certain point and the money just multiplies, unless the economy goes bad. And you start losing. But going into the LiboView channel, that one, the subscribers aren't very great, because a lot of people aren't subscribing to it because of reviews only. They're only watching it because of one product that they were interested in. And a lot of them don't comment or suggest anything. There's some questions that are asked occasionally, but there's no interaction really with that audience, other than here's a product, here's what I think about it, click the link below. On the RV Daydream, it's the exact opposite. I get a lot of people talking about a lot of personal stuff, and they want to interact, and it's really nice. It's more family for RV Daydream, for you guys. I feel a lot better. I like this channel so much more. Let me tell you about the YouTube AdSense revenue and how it's generated. AdSense revenue comes from advertisers that want to place product ads on your video based on the video itself. As far as if I talk about cars, maybe GM and Ford wants to put some sort of an ad about their new car on that channel of mine because I'm talking about cars. However, if you're talking about, like on RV Daydream, I'm talking about a camping trip that we're getting ready to go out for, there's very few advertisers that may want to jump on that, other than maybe KOA or something to that effect that has to do with camping, which there's not, you know, a lot of desire for that necessarily, to where a lot of people are going to jump up and place their ads. So if I get more than one person that wants to put an ad for a product on my first channel, Fox Boss 9, those guys kind of get in a little bidding war, and then the highest bidder gets to put their ad on there, and I get some sort of percentage off of that. Now, let me tell you about the difference in the channel types. Subscribers does not equal money. I have the same amount of subscribers on my LiboView channel that I've had for the last couple years versus my RV Daydream channel that I've only had for a year. I'm really happy about all the subscribers that I get. And I can't believe how fast the RV Daydream channel, this one you're watching, has grown. But even though I have the exact same amount of subscribers for the most part, within probably 10, on each channel, my LiboView channel brings in 4 times more revenue based on views than the RV Daydream channel does. And the reason is because the type of viewers that you get and the repetitiveness. Now here's what I'm talking about. Just because you have subscribers does not mean you have an equal number of views. When I place a video up on my LiboView channel, as long as that product that I have talked about is relevant, meaning that it is a product that's still on the market and still being used, there is continuously going to be people that check into YouTube and watch that video to see that product and see how it's used and see what I think about it. Whenever I post a video on RV Daydream, it's not the same. Whenever that video goes up, it's going to be a certain group of people that are going to watch that video because they're most likely subscribed, and it's kind of the next installment of the soap opera. Sometimes a soap opera, but basically the next installment of what we're doing. And it's not necessarily something that anybody from outside of our little bubble there are going to go back to look at. There's not going to be a lot of people that just wake up in the morning and get on YouTube and start surfing and say, I want to see the story of us, which was our last video. That video only pertains to the people that are subscribing and following us. So there's not going to be a lot of views on that. However, if I do a video on this camera and talk about this camera and I put it on my LiboView channel, there's going to be people that are going to continuously want to buy a camera, and when they're looking through reviews of cameras, they're going to come across my video. And that's going to be from now until probably the next 10 years that camera is still going to be used. To give you an example, I have a video of how to convert your 8mm tapes into digital copies so you can put it on a disc or a hard drive or something for storage. And I used a camcorder that was from like 2008 and a camcorder from like 1997 or 96. And both of those camcorders still get referred to and still get reviewed and looked at online. I still get a lot of views on that channel, even though the whole process was using obsolete technology. That technology is still out there and people still have it. So I get a lot of views on that. So let me compare the channels that way. My Fox Boss 9 channel, 3,500 subscribers. A lot of those people are waiting for my next repair or my next fix-it type thing, and it's all for different reasons. Some of them might be appliance guys, some of them might be small engine guys, some of them might be Ford truck guys, some of them might be RV guys. However, this channel here, I'll never get that kind of following. Even if I had that many subscribers, I'm not going to have people continuously that aren't subscribers going back and referring to my older videos. So you can see where a blog or vlog style channel is not going to generate the kind of views that those DIY style channels are. All right, guys, I want to try to show you here the differences that I was talking about as far as the type of videos that you post and the viewers that you may get because of the videos that you post. Now, this is the comparison that I find most interesting, and I see it in my own channel quite a bit. RV Geeks, we're all familiar with them most likely. If not, go check them out. They are really cool. The guys do a really good job, and they do a lot of DIY videos. Not so much what we're doing where we're parked at, and this is our views, but more like this is how our awning gets replaced. This is what our solar looks like. This is the trick that you can do with your plumbing inside to save water, that kind of a thing. So they're a DIY style channel. Well, they have only been in service since 2011, and they've put up 134 uploads. They've got 14 million, almost 15 million views, and they have 60,000 subscribers. So you can see that on this reading here of almost 15 million views, that is a lot of views per uploads. So you can tell that whatever they're putting up is being viewed over and over and over again by a lot of different unique viewers. Now let's go to Chris and G Travels. I'm going to line them up here, and you can kind of see how they're set up. Now, if you don't know what Chris and G Travels is, you need to check them out. Now, these guys are more entertaining as far as this is our trip, this is where we're going. Look, we've backed into something with our RV. We're having a problem with our septic system. We're having a problem with our tire pressure system. We're going to explore this canyon. They are definitely showing you their travels and their experiences. Now, they do have some DIY stuff, but that's not what their main focus of their channel is. The main focus is just a blog style setup. So they've been in business or been in service since 2009. You can see that's beat them by a couple of years. They have not as many subscribers. They have 49,000 subscribers compared to RV Geek's 60,000, but that's not really where the focus needs to be on the differences here. They have 20 million views, which is more than 15 million views, but look how many uploads they have. You can get an idea that the uploads that they are performing are not drawing in as many viewers or as many views per upload as the RV Geeks, and that has to do with the type of videos that you put up. If you want to see how that shows up in your own videos, this is my user panel of my videos, or Heidi and I's videos, and you can see that whenever I talk about DIY type stuff that appeals to a lot of different people, the views usually jump up. There are exceptions to this, but you can see here that I'm talking about us camping. Here's our trip. We had 300 views on that one, and that's since May. Here's day 2 of the trip. There's 264 views. And then we have a moped tour of the park, which that one generated a little bit more views because there may be people that might be interested in that park and they'd like to see a tour of it. Here we are just talking blog, and again, only 145 views. Another informational type day as far as what we were doing. This one here was kind of a little bit of a ramble, and that appeals to a lot of different people. This does not have a lot of views, but look at whenever I do a DIY video and how many views that gets. This is the installation of my RV stabilizer jacks, and the views are just through the roof, much, much higher. And that has a lot to do with the amount of people that are looking to install RV stabilizer jacks and them not wanting to watch our other videos necessarily for the content that's there. They're going in looking for something specific. So that's the comparison that I have on my channel and how it generates views whenever you do DIY. Now, as far as the revenue that's being generated from Amazon affiliates or Amazon associates, I've been doing it for a couple of years now. The growth that I experienced this year from Amazon associates is double than what I did last year. Last year was the first year. I didn't do very much. This year is double that. Now with the Google AdSense, that grows slowly over a long period of time. Most of the money that I generate from YouTube AdSense is not from the LiboView, although that one's about 4 times as much as the RV Daydream. Even though they have the same amount of subscribers, the LiboView has the type of videos that people go back and look at over and over again. And then the Fox Boss 9, that how-to DIY type stuff, that gets referred to all the time. I get a lot of revenue that's generated from that, a lot more. And of course I have 3,500 subscribers, so I mean there's a lot more people when I initially post looking at that video right away too. So that's nice. As far as the revenue that I get from AdSense, it grows very slowly over months. And even then, you might have a couple months that really peak and then it drops back down. And I'm talking, quite a bit. It's enough to make it to where you could make a payment on something or not make a payment on something if you were counting on it. The one thing I want to warn you on is what I do, and that is not count on the money that I have coming in from Amazon associates or YouTube through the Google AdSense, because who knows what may happen to where that money could disappear. Do you realize that if you do something on YouTube and they don't like it, and it's something that may fall into a shady area, in their agreement that they have with you as a partner with them for Google AdSense, they can freeze your entire channel. They could take everything away from you to where you're not making any money. Now, in my case, that would really hurt because the Amazon affiliates accounts are all tied in with my YouTube accounts. So I really can't talk money because I don't want to upset YouTube on any level. But basically what I'm going to tell you is that the money that I have coming in from the two, if we were to go full-time RVing, I could possibly make it to where it would pay lot rent monthly for a campground. But you know how that goes. Campgrounds vary from $350 a month up to $1,500 a month, depending on where you're at. I'm in that range near the bottom. So that's about as specific as I can get. So it wouldn't be a resort by no means. It would just be a nice campground that we might be able to pay for with that money. But we're really not going to count on that. What we want to use this money for is the extras. In case anything happens, and if nothing happens, maybe we can go out and buy and purchase dinner, that kind of stuff, instead of cooking in. That's kind of our plan for now. Now, if the growth continues with Amazon Associates, that would be spectacular. I did it initially sort of just for some extra money, and I'm going to continue with it being just extra money. But it's something that you can do. So if you want to look into either one of them, there is a ton of tutorial videos on YouTube about Google AdSense and Amazon affiliates and how it works. And I'm going to tell you that both of them do work. Both of them requires a little bit of effort on your part, and the growth of the Amazon associates is greater and faster than the YouTube AdSense. But it's one of those things that kind of go hand in hand if you do like I do and make it to where the videos are going to be the promotion of the Amazon affiliates account. Now, if you have a separate web page and you're really good with putting in links and stuff like that to where you can make that web page generate a lot of views and a lot of traffic, you might be able to generate more money through Amazon affiliates that way than you can through YouTube videos. However, I find that I'm able to communicate what I want to say about a product or anything that I'm using. I can say it a lot better than typing it out and spelling it out. There's other people that communicate really well on paper. I can do that too. I just don't care to because I feel as if I can get more information conveyed in a more sincere fashion this way, because I really believe that you looking at people, seeing people and the way they act and the way they talk really gets you a better sense than what's being written on paper and how you feel about it. Hearing the words that's being read in your own head through your own voice sometimes just don't have the same effect. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about. That's how I'm generating income right now. It's not a great revelation, but it is a little bit of an insight on how you can do things. And if you want to look into it, I hope this has helped you generate some sort of a thought on the matter, and maybe you want to look at it. Maybe you want to look at my other channels. You can get a good idea of what I'm talking about too. The channel that I have the most subscribers on, my DIY channel, it's FoxBoss9, and then LiboView for the channel that does all the reviews. And you can get a sense how those channels are completely different, and the revenue that's being generated is completely different too. We see different patterns and different trends, and they come and go for no apparent reason, I'll tell you. But overall, it works. It's just something that you got to stay on top of. Well, I hope this has helped you out. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them best I can. And as always, one day, I hope to see you out there. Thanks, guys. Bye.